Global warming has induced rapid receding of ice in our Himalayas. It has not only eroded the health of our mountains, but also endangered the lives and livelihoods of millions of people living downstream. The human and financial toll due to the floods, droughts, and other extreme climate-induced events is terrifying. On our part, we remain fully committed to the effective implementation of the Paris Agreement and achieving its goal. Nepal has set an ambitious target of reaching a net zero scenario by 2045. We have already submitted our updated NDC and aligned our national policies and plans with it. Our priorities include conserving and sustainably managing land, forests, and water resources, undertaking effective adaptation and mitigation measures, and promoting a green and resilient economy. To this end, we are working to ensure access to clean energy for all citizens. Easy access to climate finance will be the key to low carbon and climate resilient development pathways. Equally, crucial are the early operationalization of the loss and damage fund, fulfilling the target of the $100 billion commitment as well as doubling up of the adaptation climate finance. It is an irony. That my country, Nepal, with 45% of its areas as forest, with rich biodiversity, and 15% of its land as high mountains, release least greenhouse gas emission but contributes significantly to ecological preservation, has unfairly suffered from climate crisis. These kinds of mismatch must be addressed through a compensation mechanism to the countries that positively contribute to the greening of the planet. Excellencies, it is quite distressing that conflicts within and between countries are on the rise. Nepal opposes any use or threat of use of force against the territorial integrity, political independence, and sovereignty of any country. People of Libya, Syria, and Yemen continue to bear the brunt of protracted conflict. Their suffering must end. We believe that the UN brokered truce in Yemen must be allowed to transition to a sustained peace. The protracted stalemate in Libya must get a way to peace and reconciliation. The Palestinian people deserve peace ending the prolonged conflict. Nepal reiterates its support for a two-state solution with Israel and Palestine living peacefully side by side within recognized international borders based on relevant UN resolutions. We continue to support nationally owned, peaceful, just and lasting solutions to conflicts around the world. Peace founded on inclusion, empowerment, economic prosperity, and justice stand a better chance to last longer. Madam President, proliferation of weapons of mass destruction continues to threaten peace and security in the world. Constant stockpiling of nuclear arsenals, growing arms race, and ever-increasing military expenditure are worrisome. Nepal reiterates its call for a total and time-bound disarmament of all weapons of mass destruction, including biological, chemical, nuclear, and radiological weapons. As the host country to UN Regional Center for Peace and Disarmament in Asia and the Pacific, Nepal believes that regional process, including the Kathmandu process, reinforce the global disarmament regime. The void of international governance on cyberspace and artificial intelligence demand multilateral regulation. Dual use of artificial intelligence urgently calls for informed deliberation on preventing its potential misuse and strengthening of international cooperation. Nepal condemns terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. We call for an early conclusion of a comprehensive global treaty against terrorism. Madam President, Nepal's commitment to the protection and promotion of human rights is total and unflinching. We believe in an integrated approach to democracy, development, and human rights. Nepal attaches great importance to the safety, security, dignity, and well-being of migrant workers. We call for effective implementation of the Global Compact for safe, orderly, and regular migration to ensure that migration works for all. Excellencies, the principle of Panchashil non-alignment, the UN Charter, international law, and norms of world peace continue to guide Nepal's foreign policy. Amity, cordiality, and fraternity are the underlying ethos of our international engagement. We want to promote relations with our neighbors and all other friendly countries on the basis of sovereign equality, non-interference, and mutual respect. We remain steadfast in our commitment to multilateralism with the United Nations at its center. True to our commitment, Nepal continues to contribute to the maintenance of international peace and security through our consistent participation to the UN mandated peacekeeping operation for the last 65 years. Currently, the second largest troops and police contributing country, we have always deployed our peacekeeper at every call and without any caveat, even in the most challenging situation. Our peacekeeper have earned distinct repute of dedication, professionalism, and competence, which has been widely acknowledged by the United Nations, the host government, and society alike. We reiterate our call for share of leadership position at the headquarters and in the field to the troops and police contributing countries. We know today's global governance architecture largely reflects yesterday's world. Timely reform is essential for the multilateral institution to remain relevant and to reflect today's reality. Nepal supports the reform of UN Security Council to make it broadly representative, democratic, transparent, and accountable. We call for the revitalization of the General Assembly and the Economic and Social Council with greater role to these vital organs. We need an inclusive and effective multilateralism to better respond to and deliver on the needs of the people and the planet. Structural reform to the international financial architecture is longer overdue. The voice of the countries in special situations, including LDCs, LLDCs, and SEEDs, must be heard. Their meaningful representation must be ensured. Only a more democratic, inclusive, clear, and representative international financial architecture can be an antidote to the deep-rooted inequalities, inequities, and gaps. In conclusion, Madam President, it is our collective responsibility to ensure peace and prosperity for everyone, everywhere, and to ensure that no one is left behind. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.